Hi guys, how's it going? I'm your co-host Amir.
I'm your co-host Gaurav.
And welcome to the Modern Farmer. We've got a guest today, Dhruv.
Hey guys.
Dhruv or Dhruv?
It's Dhruv.
It's Dhruv.
A lot of people ask me that question. A lot of people pronounce it the very different way. You can
Very
think
different
of.
pronunciation. What's your last name?
Gogna.
Gogana. Yeah, I knew what your last name was. I just didn't know how to pronounce it either. Punjabi people, I don't know how to say their name. Not all the time. Rarely. But you're not
Like-
Punjabi though.
I'm from Punjab, so
Yeah.
like that kind of make me Punjabi, but I'm not Sikh.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, but I've been there. But the thing is, so my name is based on the pole star, and
You told
so,
me this, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Dhruv Tara. Tara is a star, so basically everyone can pronounce it back in India.
Yeah.
But once I was here, I was like, okay, like I never thought my name is too hard to pronounce, but like I get that.
Yeah.
So you
of
know,
course. How long you been here for?
it's gonna be 2 years in September.
Where in Punjab?
Jalandhar.
Jalandhar. Okay, and how come you decided to move to Abbotsford or British Columbia, or what was your choice there?
So back in India, University of Fraser Valley have their branch in there. They have a campus in Chandigarh. So I did a 2 years course over there. Then I took a transfer in BBA in UP Abbotsford.
Yeah.
So that's how it worked out.
Logistics.
Logistics.
Logistically speaking, that was your opportunity to travel out of Punjab.
Exactly.
Was and the most easiest way, or what worked well was through the university, and that was to here in Abbotsford because there's sister schools.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's sister schools. So I know about that.
Great.
Tom's been there. Tom Bauman.
Oh.
He's been there, and then Mike. No, I don't
Mike.
think Tom's been there. Mike Ivanov.
I don't think
Mike
Mike.
Ivanov
yeah,
has
I
been
don't think
there.
Tom's been there. Mike Ivan's been there all the time.
Yeah, Mike
He's-
Ivanov's been a
he's
few
still
Yeah,
times.
he goes all the time.
But Tom used to tell me about it, and then just through school, I've learned about how that process is, and obviously, and later on in my degree, I saw a lot of more people coming from India, a lot of more international students at school while I was going to school, and everyone just like, whoa, what's going on?
It took off in like 2015. So in the
Yeah.
earliest batch of mine, 2014, I think
Yeah.
there were only 30 students back in like whole class.
Really?
But after that, there were 3 sections,
Yeah,
and every section had like 45 students in it.
yeah.
So that made a cluster.
It's
Wow.
not
But it's
cheap,
sure.
man.
It's
not
it's
cheap.
definitely not
So
cheap.
UFE
It's
really went ham on it,
crazy.
and I always thought from the beginning that there was some sort of economic, incentive for them to do that, because a university at the end of the day is a
Business.
business.
Well, it's
Right?
all worth it, but just saying, we pay like 3 times the domestic fee.
Yeah.
So one
Yeah.
course to us is like $2,000.
Yeah, we pay like
exactly.
$5.
So we have to be serious.
Yeah. Oh.
A semester can be $8,000 then.
10,000.
10,000.
10,000.
And-
Wow.
And we have to do like 5 courses minimum. So like even if we do like 4, we still have to pay tuition for 5.
Oh, you still have to pay for 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 8 semesters. That's 80 grand, right?
Eight.
Right there.
It's kind of
Yeah. More or less.
more or less. But that's their money, right?
What if you take 6 classes in the semester? Do you still pay 10 grand?
No, so I pay according to the credits. So then I pay like
Oh, you
$2,000 every course, and then like $1,800 for the last one.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
It's pretty interesting.
It's good.
Do you feel like your time here, because you've been here for 2 years, do you feel like it's been worth it?
Oh, definitely. Like there is a great exposure that I had. Met a lot of people in my career, in my own field, learned a lot, and I say like it's all worth it.
It's all worth it, eh?
Yeah, it's like the education over here is like really practical. I'll give it to that. Like
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
it's like
100%.
you learn what you do.
Yeah, no, because I did my exchange program in Holland.
Uh-huh.
So I studied 6 months out there, and the entire degree out there was, well, not entire. I'd say 3/4 of it was really theoretical based, and it didn't have a practical base to it, where UFV, like the stuff that I learned in regards to agriculture and even the business, I was able to apply it on a day-to-day basis here at the farm during my degree. And I still do, I still rely on some of the knowledge that obviously I use it all the time. But every single thing that I would say, pretty much 3/4 of the stuff that I learned there, I'm able to apply. Where only the 3/4 of the stuff that I learned, only a quarter of the stuff in Holland, I actually learned I can actually apply. And it was really like, man, the most practical stuff that I really learned from Holland was having a connection with teachers, or learning from my fellow students, or going on the field trip that I went on. That's what I learned quite a bit from. But it was really like night and day. And you don't experience those things until you go to a different school and practice there. You know, and study there. You don't see the things that you're missing. UFU is really good for that. I really have to applaud UFU for that reason.
Like, if you can't implement the things you learn, why do you even learn?
Exactly.
Like, implementation is really important.
No, but some people don't like, they come here, have education, but they don't apply it.
Oh yeah, I have so many friends.
That's a big issue. I feel like that in that society as well, with students who come here from overseas, like, they don't take the most out of it.
That's true.
You know, I see that happening a lot.
And did you come from Punjab University with a degree, or partially a degree, or in middle of the degree, or what was going on?
No, I was there. There is a like proper UFE campus back in there.
I know. It was University of Fraser Valley, Punjab, right?
No, it was Punjab is like the state, so it was University of Fraser Valley. So what happened back there was a college, SD college, and in that college we had a small university in there. So there was like 2 buildings that was like 2 UFE. And everything was in there. All the classes were there. All the presentations were there. All teachers, officers, like professor staffs were there.
In 2 buildings.
In 2 buildings. Yeah. But we had like 150 students, so I think that's fair.
That's not bad. But when you were there, were you completing a degree, working on a degree, or did you come fresh into a degree?
What do you mean? Like,
were you practicing a degree? Were you studying there at the university there?
Yeah, I was. I did my like 2 years back in India.
We did 2 years back in India.
Then I like in the same course, in the same degree, I took a transfer from my Chandigarh campus to Abbotsford campus.
Basically, you do the first 2 years, then you pick your concentration, then you go here.
Kind of how it works internationally.
Is that how it works?
Exactly.
Okay.
We don't have like much of a choice back in India, like which courses to choose.
Yeah.
Like we don't get to offer like specifically what electives you're gonna need, or like what side courses you want to do. But that's kind of the thing.
What they have available is what you have to take there.
Exactly. What the professors are.
Limited resources out there.
Yeah. But they usually cover all the basic courses. So like the courses I did over here were like kind of advanced. So they had prerequisite, and those prerequisite I have done back in India. So I was covered for the most part.
How do you, when you compare yourself to when you first came here and to where you are now, how do you feel like you've grown?
Well, in a lot of different ways, I say. Starting with my career, I made some really good connections, and the reason I'm working at this spectacular, hard-working family-owned business is Maan Farms.
Thank you.
So
that's great for this. Have now we're drinking beer.
What a great work life, right?
Yeah.
So I learned that. Then a lot of new people. There was a cultural change for me, of course.
Yeah.
But I think I adapted well, and I think now it's a different role.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself now?
Well, I see right where I'm happy what I'm doing. I'm like basically pursuing a job in my own career. That's what I like. That's what I thought about. And
what was the degree?
I did my majors in marketing, and with a certificate of communications.
Certification of communications.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you figure out that Maan Farms was right?
So in my last semester, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I've always known Maan Farms for like corn maze and like the haunted corn maze and like the pumpkin patch festival, but I didn't knew about the winery as well because I don't drink. I never went to a liquor store, never saw your wine, right?
Yeah.
But in my last semester, in my last semester, I did some like case studies on Maan Farms. So I learned about its history, learned about how it all grew up. So that intrigued me. And I met Gaurav a couple of times in my professor, like Mike Ivanov's office.
Yeah.
Then at Staples where I used to work.
Yeah.
So we were friends, and kind of that hooked me up. I was like, okay, this is a great business. Like, of course, it's putting a hard work. I think I can give a direction to it.
Yeah. No.
Sure. Did Mark Breedwald, did he say anything about us?
Oh, Mark Breedwell says highly about you and you.
Yeah, Mark's great.
Mark's great, absolutely.
I was trying to get him on as a guest, but he didn't reply to me.
He didn't reply.
He's pretty busy.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's pretty busy.
He lives in Surrey too.
Does he live in Surrey?
Yeah.
He lives in Surrey?
I
didn't know that.
I think he commutes pretty far. Anyways,
Yeah, so you remember that course, right? 322?
Yeah.
So when
selling, right?
Yeah. So like there was an event from Chamber of Commerce, Business After Business.
Yeah.
And I met this guy over there. Mark introduced me to him. I knew him by face. Then like actually things caught up. Then I won that proudly. I won that course. Like there was a selling competition from B2B. I won that course. There was a slip in there that says you have won a chicken curry soup something from Maan Farms.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah.
So you're into that.
Yeah. Like, okay, I have a chance to talk, right? So I was here. I met Gulli the first time. Then I gave my like coupon and the whole thing. I was like, okay, can I get my curry? She gave it to me. I was like,
you didn't take it.
I didn't take it though.
You didn't take it?
No,
I was like, can I be honest? Like, I have a tiffin service. I'm not gonna cook it, right? Can I just get some popcorn?
Oh yeah.
Popcorn.
So I took that.
Oh,
then
that's cool.
I emailed him, messaged him, set up an interview,
Yeah.
and that's where I from landed here.
That's cool. Yeah, you said you won the competition. What was the competition about?
So basically, the course was 322 advanced selling, and in that course we had to sell Abbotsford Chamber of Commerce memberships to the local businesses.
Local business. Okay.
Yeah.
So I reached out, and I think I closed in 6. Yeah, I closed in 6 businesses, and that was highest in the class. And I also won the highest international student record from 2014 to 2019. I could probably say that.
That's
It felt
pretty good. That's pretty good.
I don't know. I kind of just hate how freaking these businesses penetrate the university and use these students for their own self-purpose. Don't you think that?
I realized that like the third year with all like the big 4. There's big 4 accounting firms, right?
Yeah.
All they do, it's a funnel for them. They talk to the university. The best students from the university are hired with them. They get all these interviews.
That's
They're
true.
hired from
That's
them, right? And then basically these students are working for free because like I have a friend, he works more hours at home than he does at the firm, but he only gets paid at the firm. Because he's trying to show them like, because there's so much competition, he's trying to show them like above and beyond. That's the only way he can advance.
Because he wants a job.
He wants a job, right?
And honestly, for me,
That's so trash.
It's crazy. It's a funnel, 100%.
That's so
funnel.
trash.
Yeah.
Dude, literally would sit down in class, right? He'd be like, alright guys, so I have this company that I want to get going.
Global Box.
Little box.
Again, this is what the company's about, and we're all like, okay, where are you going with this? So, you guys can be a part of it. Like, he gets us hyped up and get us a part of it. And he's like, so I need you guys, some people do this, some people do that, but I really need everybody to do a portion of what they call data entry. It's pretty much what he wanted my class to do, was shit ton of data entry, right? Like a shit ton, dude, like hella. Like shit that he didn't have to do, you know what I mean? He's just using the students and their time, and he's like, if you do this data entry, you'll get an A. So just him sitting there and asking us to be his little guinea pigs and do the work for him, like robots, so we can get an A. I think 3/4 of the class was like, yeah, I'll do it, I don't care, I'll get an easy A. But like me and like 1 or 2 groups were like, fuck that, we don't want to do this shit. We want to actually, we came here, we spent our time to go get a good, like, you know, learn something out of this class. Because literally university is, you only get what you put in. Right?
Exactly.
You sit there and you can get through, you can get a C,
100%.
and you can dick off and don't show up to all the classes and still pass and get a degree to walk out. Or you can force yourself to actually care about the curriculum and really deep dive and see how that actually applies to your own life, right? And that's like how I literally took the university on a day-to-day basis. Obviously some courses also, which I was like, I have no fucking clue like how I'm gonna actually apply this to my life. We're just trying to get by. But majority of the courses, because you know I said it was so practical,
Yeah,
I had the
exactly.
opportunity to take it. Like even aviation courses that I took it, some of the professors that I talked to, I've already had a ROI. For example, there's been chances where I've had to, where they're like, we're looking for 2 guests. We're sitting in the airport terminal, they're like, we're looking for 2 guests who are willing to stay after the second flight. And I know that my professor, he said that there's like $800 budget that each airline gives towards their customers to stay back and take the second flight. because it's their fault that they're asking you to do it, right?
That's true.
And so he offered me 400, and I was like, well, I'll take 800 because it's Air Canada. He's like, oh, that's our maximum. I was like, yeah, I know. So I was like, yeah, already, right? So exactly. So it's been awesome in those perspectives. Like, that's just a small example, but like you can really get so much out of it. And all these people try to fucking, you know, use you as a student because you know you dedicate your time towards it. It's really annoying.
But I like to say something about this. The course I did, like this, specifically 322 advanced selling. I think this worked in my favor, because
that was a really practical course.
Exactly, because all you do, you don't have to actually show up in the class. There is a book that you have to read.
Yeah.
But all you do is like do cold calls or go out there, meet your businesses, and that gives you confidence. I think that gives me an
confidence.
exposure.
Oh, I agree.
So,
I agree.
like,
yeah, why would a company participate and provide that opportunity to students if they're not getting something out of it? And by them providing the opportunity, you have an opportunity to learn something new.
Exactly.
That's so true.
It's kind of like a
fuck
quid
it all
pro
up.
quo. Yeah.
You could ruin the name of Chamber of Commerce
Exactly.
to the companies because you're representing them now.
That's true.
That's so true.
That's 100% true.
That's
Yeah,
so,
watch the tape.
I really appreciate that perspective. That's for sure. But I don't appreciate the perspective of fucking someone sitting there like, hey, you want to put the data entry for an easy A? I don't know, I complain a little bit about it.
Safe to say you're a little heated.
Yeah, a little, man. Just.
I think I'm just a little hungover, man.
I feel like $1 million after this beer. It is wedding season, that's for sure. Good friends getting married, man. So it's partied hard last night. That's for sure.
You're going to a lot of stags?
No, not going to a lot of stags. Like, you know how Punjabi weddings are. They go for 4 or 5 days. So, man, it's crazy, man.
That's
It's
how it
crazy.
is.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be drinking, and Saturday
That's
I'm
how
gonna be
it
drinking too.
is.
It's fucking rowdy.
It's all a good time, man.
No, it's not, because the next day you're like, what am I doing with my life? You wake up.
I've been. Two of my best friends have got married this year. So
Okay.
I went through those 2 weeks already.
Oh.
Another one of my friends getting married in July. The week before we're getting married, we're going to Tomorrowland. So the whole weekend.
You're going to Tomorrowland?
The weekend before he's getting married. The same guy is getting married the next weekend.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So
I want to go
what-
there. Like that.
No, that's
go.
That's in my bucket list.
Yeah.
Like once I have money.
No,
Go.
no. Yeah, so we're leaving on the 15th of July.
Yeah.
Coming back on the 22nd. His first event is on the 22nd.
Oh,
So he's gonna get off the plane and go to the first event, and the whole weekend he's gonna the whole week is
Oh, you told me this.
a shit show as
This
well.
is good.
No, that's good.
I'm
I don't know how I'm gonna survive, but it's good.
But you're gonna love it for
Yeah,
sure.
you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
that's
good
for
shit.
sure.
Yeah,
So you're not even into that kind of music. You just want to go because it's a cool
It's-
festival, right?
it's a bucket list thing.
Yeah,
It's-
it's a festival.
Like I'm not sure if you guys have seen like Tomorrowland After We movies or not, but these are crazy. They're designed so well. You can actually live a life over there. Like you have everything. Like you sleep
No,
in a
it's
tent,
true.
but
It's 100%
like,
true. Yeah.
you don't know when the week passes by, right? Like 2-3 nights. That's
It's
nothing.
only 1 week a year.
A week, 1 weekend.
I think it's 1 weekend a year. Yeah,
One weekend or a week.
weekend.
it's 1 weekend. I don't know, but
It's
it
4
can
days.
go-
4 days.
Yeah.
It's basically 4 days.
Basically, yeah, we paid for it, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
You love it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. Man.
It's gonna
That's
be good
great.
shit. Yeah, we're spending 2 days in Amsterdam, then we're taking a train to Belgium. So
Amsterdam, Belgium. This
That-
guy's living a dream.
Yeah,
it's
I've been
good
there.
shit. It's good shit.
It's nice, man. It's beautiful.
Have you been to Amsterdam?
I lived in Holland for 6 months, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I lived in Holland for 6 months.
That's
Been to Amsterdam a few times. It's a beautiful place. It's like Vancouver times 10.
Really?
Definitely Vancouver times 10. 10 times the size, 10 times the people, 10 times the stuff to do. 10 times it's crazy, 10 times it's chill, 10 times like it's just a lot more of what Vancouver you see. Like it's like Robson Street times 10.
Robson seems 10.
Times 10, yeah. Nighttime, daytime, morning,
Yes.
element.
Oh.
Times 10, yeah.
Basically.
It literally, it's a lot of that. It's really cool. It's really cool. I think everybody should go to Amsterdam. It's not something that you really need to do when you're younger. You can do it when you're later on too. You know, some stuff you need to go when you're younger and go party and stuff.
I see
Like
what you mean.
Vegas and, well, fuck, you can go to Vegas when you're older too, but.
you can make us go anytime.
But like,
Go
the
for a weekend, come back.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Or like spring break trips, you know, like Mexico trips and stuff like that. Just quintessential things that you're supposed to do when you're younger. Like, it's not one of those. I'm sure you can, but it's just like, you can totally do it later on in your life when you're just taking it easy. And you still have a great time. There's so
Yeah.
much to do for so many different types of people.
That's great.
A lot to do there. But it was really unique.
Well, I'll probably go to Vegas for the first time in November.
I've
And
never
I'm
been.
gonna.
I've never been.
You
You never
to
been?
Vegas?
We're supposed
I've
to
been.
go on 9th, 10th,
I'm
11th,
down.
12th.
But Sunflower Festival.
Yeah, you saw that, right? Yeah, shit.
You know, J. Cole is performing there.
I heard that, man.
You wanna go?
I really want to go. For
Where?
it.
At Vegas?
Yeah,
Some
and
people perform.
It's like J. Cole. It's like Kendrick Lamar.
exactly.
Yeah.
I've
Every-
seen Lil Jon. I've seen G-Eazy. I've seen
When is the Jeezy?
at the freaking at Vegas, man.
No, they're
Jeezy's coming there
performing.
too.
They're performing there.
Yeah, they perform.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they perform. Always they perform at the clubs.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes you're just going there, you don't even know they're there. They're there.
Oh,
Lil Jon has passed me a bottle of booze. I swear, on the dance floor.
that's sick.
It's wild, dude.
That's
It's a
sick.
good time.
I'm serious. That should be an awesome place. Like
I'm pretty down.
the
I might go.
lineup is amazing.
I
Like
might go.
every big artist you
It's
know.
like everybody.
Every band, yeah, they're great.
yeah.
Like from a Schoolboy Q, Tyler the Creator.
We had a pretty good day today about Sunflower Festival.
You had a pretty good day today about the Sunflower Festival?
Yeah, pretty good day about Sunflower
What does
Festival
that
today.
mean?
Well, I think it's really cool that I have the opportunity to plan and organize events, right? As it's part of my job, or it's just about how to create tourism on the farm, and so you get through these processes of about like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or they're literally. I've been thinking about Sunflower Festival since last year, since people first had a Sunflower Festival and it became something which is popular on Aptima, and seeing people's photos. Like, cause last year
You
I
know what
wanted.
Aptima is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Last year I wanted to plant the Sunflower Festival, but I didn't really have enough time, and I didn't know, because all of a sudden I'm planting a new crop, because I've never grown sunflowers before, never really grown flowers before, for a tourism purpose. So I have to understand the biology of a plant. Planting time, spacing, when it comes up, etc. Then I have to understand how that actually can be a viable business, right? And so last year I really didn't understand it, but I was way too behind, and we had so much going on that we got too late. And this year, I had more understanding of it because I studied it over the year. I've talked to a few awesome people from NAFTMA, like Bill Backin and some crazy people who have done this before, like Jeff Probst has been very helpful. Hugh McFarlane is really helpful. So talking to him, I've learned quite a bit. And then, so today, it was like kind of like putting all the pieces together on one piece of paper of the culmination of all the thoughts that I've had in the past, like, I think, 2 years. And I think that's what literally happens with new ideas. Sometimes it's happens in a much shorter time span. Like, it can happen in a few months, because a few people that have had experience that I'm working with, like if I'm working with Mom, sometimes we can, bang out a festival like this, or think of the planning behind it within the last 3 weeks of like our crunch time, because we don't know other choice to do it, right? So we have to do it. And like, because we have an idea, we want to do it, it's an opportunity for us to make money, it's something that we never thought of, and we only have 3 weeks to get it done, we can put it together, right? But like for the Sunflower Festival today, I woke up and I was like, man, I need to accomplish something today. So I was like, I know Delana and Camille are coming in, so I was like, I was waiting for Manpreet to bring my keys, because I left my keys at her house. And then, so I started typing out the to-dos and the social media strategy for the Sunflower Festival, and I was like, man, what's the Sunflower Festival really gonna be? So I really didn't have a good understanding. So I went into the office and I was like, all right guys, let's put everything on hold, let's talk about Sunflower Festival. And we started talking about the photo ops. And so the photo ops are areas within the sunflower field where people are gonna be able to take photos in a mix of different items. So like for one example, we're gonna take the green truck, which is in the back, put it into the sunflower field, put some hay in it, lay some different carpet in it, probably put some trellises around it, and probably lights inside of it, and the truck bed will be open, so people will be able to sit inside the truck bed and actually take photos, or maybe even sit inside the passenger seat and take photos of it, right? Another photo op will be our big tables that we built, the wooden tables that we built for weddings. So we'll set one of those up, and people will just sit there and take photos of it. Another photo op is a swing. So like a swing, there's, I don't know if you've ever been to the festival or seen any pictures on Instagram, but like the quintessential photo that people take at that tulip festival is on the swing that goes back and forth above the tulips, and people are like really into that photo. So that's another photo op. And so we put all these ideas together and put it into a photo op.
What about like a giant door? Remember I sent you like a giant
door?
door?
That's such a good idea. Yes.
Like a giant door?
That's such an awesome idea. So like a giant door.
Like giant yellow door, giant green door.
I'm sending a voice note to Camille right now so we don't forget this.
What about like a giant chair?
I don't think a giant chair would work, because it has to be about sunflowers, Maybe it could work like on the outside, etc. And plus with a giant chair we could use anywhere.
Because when you go to different places, they have a giant chair. You always take a picture of a giant chair.
Yeah, you took one. Exactly. So worked through that with Camille and Delana today, and then really put together what the value proposition of what the Sunflower Festival was going to be, and how we differentiate from the Chilliwack Sunflower Festival. Because like now we understand why people would want to come here, and we talked about everything besides the wine until the end. We're like, okay, we're tying wine to this, and so how we're going to tie the wine is, because we want to make the wine family event, is that we're going to have like a wine area where people are able to sit down and have a flight of wine or have a glass of wine, and it's just going to be completely separate than like the Sunflower Maze, but it's going to be an area where people can chill out and just enjoy a glass of wine. And I don't think that that's wrong for us to try. I don't know if it's the focal point of the event, but it's a part of the event.
It's a part
and then we're going to use it through our marketing as well to say it's come sip and something, man, what the heck was it? Sip and snap a photo or something like that. And it's going to be all of our marketing, and we're going to have our wine available. We're going to get the permit applied. It's going to be out on the field, and people are going to be sitting. And it's going to be a beautiful place, right? So that's what we were thinking about, and it really got us excited and understanding what the Sunflower Festival was. And that all happened within like 2 hours of me sitting down and talking to Delaney and Camille. And like our connection of all that, I think it was really good. And they were really excited about it, and I was really excited. And we talked about other things like pricing and ticketing and how to do early bird pricing and the timing of the release dates. And so pretty much all that's putting drafted up. Now I have to talk to Mom and everybody else and get that stamped where everybody thinks that, put their 2 cents towards it, and it's ready to go, and we're ready, to do it. Because now, what is it? It's June 27th.
Yeah.
I want to launch it on the 19th, like Instagram and social media, all that. And then
July 19th.
July 19th, right? And then I want to launch early bird tickets on August 1st. And the first day of Bloom, hopefully will be the 9th, but maybe it'll be the 16th.
That's correct.
Okay, so but now that doesn't give us much time to do a lot of preparation, especially because now I'm leaving to California next week for 10 days, right? For a week. And so I'll be back on the 10th. And so some of the photo shoots that we want to do is actually with like Gucci and Supreme and like Givenchy and Balenciaga. Because we want to separate ourselves then show like Sunflower Festival. And I think that would be. Did I talk about this? The pretentiousness? Yeah. And so I think that we really need to go gung ho on the pretentiousness of this Instagram oriented event and provide examples of how people can come, like in their like nice clothes, etc., and come take a picture with the sunflowers. Because exactly like we've been trying to get across in every single podcast, that people just want an excuse to kind of show up to their friends, right? Exactly. So that's essentially what we're gonna do with our photo shoots. That's one of them. Another photo shoot's gonna be with a Volkswagen Bug, like a really old Volkswagen Bug. You know the vans that people. It's a beautifully restored one. And a few are gonna be with influencers.
Giant wine bottle.
Yeah, make me a giant wine bottle.
Yeah.
Right?
We can do that.
Yeah, so let's do it.
I'm probably just thinking out loud, but all the decorations that we are doing, why don't we like put a Maan Farms logo in there so it can be carried along with their people's photos?
Decoration?
Yeah, like the door you're bringing, or.
Oh,
like
definitely, definitely. Like, yeah, definitely. Like subtly place it where it's not annoying.
Exactly.
But it's there.
It's not on your face, but it's there. People can.
Exactly. And then people are really into like tagging us and showing where the location is on Instagram, etc. So like having a sign saying, "Hey guys, welcome here. We know you'll be taking a beautiful picture. If you guys want to love to share with your community, please tag at Maan Farms. Please tag this location. We're a family fun operation. We love that you guys are supporting us and letting other people know. Tells more people about agriculture. Brings us to the farm. Things like that."
Have you ever thought about doing it at a charity event?
I did. I was actually thinking about
Remember
that.
Remember that one place we went to, the ice cream place?
Yeah,
there's 100% charity. They made like $1 million for charity.
Whoa.
And
where is
it's
that?
a Sunflower Festival.
I think it was $5 million.
Something like that. It's definitely 7 figures.
Where is that?
That was in Connecticut. No, that was in
Cincinnati.
We didn't go to Cincinnati.
I don't know.
Where did we go? Was that in Tennessee?
Connecticut, man. No, not Tennessee.
That was Connecticut. It was like a different part of Connecticut. Yeah. No, they had this giant farm, and they make $5 million for charity.
$5 million from charity.
For charity, yeah. Cause
that's impressive. That's impressive marketing too.
No, what is there's like a cancer flower. I forget what it is.
I always think about incorporating charities into the Haunted, or into Sunflower Festival, or even into Easter. And I don't think that it needs to be amazing, but with so many different moving parts, I don't want to incorporate a charity, or I don't want to do anything unless that we're dialed in and we can provide like an opportunity for people. One, right, like to actually, for the charity to be beneficial.
Yeah.
Number two, I just don't really know how to incorporate it.
Because it was so small, but what we used to do is give people $1 off, they bought like a can of food. Remember we used to do that for the haunted corners?
Yeah.
We used to do that on the farm.
We can still do that.
That's something so small.
I think that another reason why we haven't dealt with the charities because I don't think that we've picked something which has been meaningful to us. Because charities are all about giving back, right?
It's true.
And like you want to help people or you want to help everyone, but you really want you really have
the best
a willingness to help for people who you have conviction for the actual problem.
The best move you can make is make your own charity.
I know, man.
Make your own non-for-profit. That's the best move you can make because it lobbies the community so much. It lobbies the government.
Yeah.
That's what it does, 100%.
It does.
It's a non-for-profit business.
Yeah. Especially if it's solid, like you're actually making really, really good impact.
Yeah.
Locally, you can see that money actually going towards something tangible, and you can see the benefits.
Yeah.
Right? That's like really cool, man.
Yeah.
I don't
you know who you should talk to? Jerry Palmer. Jerry Palmer is part of so many freaking like events like that.
We should have that guy here, man.
Honestly, but he's part of.
He's a professor and a lawyer.
Yeah, that's right.
He's on so many boards, like non-profit boards, like it's insane. So you should talk to that guy.
We should bring that guy here on.
We should.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy too.
He's great.
I think you'd do it.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think the reason of this podcast should be making more B2B connections.
We love that.
Underlying reason.
I like that.
Underlying reasons for us to make B2B connections with the community. Because everybody would feel like being on the podcast. Like I've told a few people, they're like, "What? You're on a podcast?"
No, it's still new.
Cool.
It's still new and it's fun.
Now because the sunflowers are coming out of the ground, but like honestly, it's been so cool to have Delina and Camille be as passionate about the Sunflower Festival as I am, and it's so awesome because they're like getting excited for something which I'm excited for, and to see an employee be excited for something and care for something as much as you do is like it's badass. It's like that's really the best thing, man. It's so bomb to see that. So like they care and they're providing such good input. Like Camille's like, no, we need to have, like, she was like really upset for some specific reasons, and like having employees upset to get their point across because they are passionate that they're right and it was more beneficial for Maan Farms is literally all you can ask for from an employee, right?
Yeah.
That's really cool. So, because I think that one of the common topics that we talk about on the podcast is like our employees and how to hire, train, and fire essentially better employees and do a better job about HR. So I think that was the point that I wanted to add in there. So that was pretty dope.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys don't have sunflower festivals in India, man.
No. I
I feel like they have a lot of water parks in India.
There's some water parks.
I feel like there's water parks in India, right?
Yeah,
like
there are a few.
We went to a water park in
we
India.
Where did you go?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Which city was it?
I don't know.
No clue. It was a long drive there, a long drive back.
That's
long
That's India in a nutshell.
Exactly.
They call it suffer.
That's dope.
You can majorly tell the difference if you travel from Canada to India, and you can feel the infrastructure difference.
It's all the senses. Literally.
Do you have any challenges you're working on right now, Dhruv? Business, personal, anything?
Not challenges, I'll say just some learning. So basically what I'm working on these days is private label wine. I'm trying to build a new revenue stream for Gaurav and the winery department Maan Farms. So what we'll do in that is basically we'll contact other businesses and ask them to get our wine, and you can print your logo on it.
Yeah.
And you can give that to your employees or to your clients for thanking them. And basically if you see it, that's we are helping them to keep their employees happy, right?
Of course.
And I think that's a great thing. And the moment they try our wine, they love it.
Yeah.
And in particular, where are you at with that?
Me?
Yeah.
So today, I think today was my first field day. I made some calls. I met some real estate companies.
Yeah.
I went on there, just told them about what we're offering and how we can actually help them. Gave them a brochure. I think that's a start. Next thing is follow up. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, cool. How has your experience been?
It was great. So I visited around 6 businesses.
Yeah.
There are 6 estate. They're huge names. So
you just cold call them, or how did you set that up?
No. So basically, I have a list from Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
I just looked it up, all the real estate business in there, and went on their website, see how their profile is, right? How their actual business works. So if I feel that this can be a right client for us, then I go in. Then I just go in.
Okay.
I go in there and look for a decision maker.
Drop
like,
the hammer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just do it. Sometimes you gotta do it. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you're trying something new, you just gotta go
That's
and
sales.
talk to people.
That's right.
That's sales.
True.
And
That's
so I cut you off, but how has it been?
it's good. People really love the idea. So the two of the major companies that I talked with, they were like they had under them there were 80 realtors. So she was like, okay, that's great. Why don't you forward me an email, like a soft copy of this, and I can circulate around my realtors.
Who did you speak to?
Um,
You don't have to give me a name, but what was their position?
I take to the admin head.
Administrative
Yeah,
head?
and I think that was not bad.
Was it
Like
good?
she's not the ultimate decision maker,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely sure she's an influencer.
Oh, cool. So how are you gonna follow up, or what are you gonna do next? You're gonna send an email.
I'm gonna send them an email. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give them time. So next week probably I'll call them again and I'll ask them if they've gone through my email and if they've had a chance to talk to their boss about it. If yes, not depending upon the response, I'll probably go there again.
Sales are so finicky, right? So, like for example, you could call them next week, but maybe they could have forgotten, or you could call them tomorrow, and it could be too early.
It's
You
the
know?
whole process, you know. Like
Yeah.
you gotta. So it starts with like identify your prospect, then if judging whether they will be the right fit for your
Yeah.
target or not.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you gotta research about them, like which points you're gonna sell, like on
Yeah.
sell on, right?
Yeah.
Then you go in there, you talk to the right person. You need to find a way to cut the gatekeeper out.
Sure.
So like you can actually head to the decision
Sure.
maker, right? And that's what the goal is.
It's about asking a lot of questions, right?
It's about asking the right question.
That's right.
It's about
right.
like
So true.
so basically what I went there and there. For example, I'll say like, do you want to help your clients? Do you want to like do you want to thank your clients? Do you
Yeah.
want to thank your employees?
Yeah.
And if they say yes, okay, so here's an option, right?
Yeah, I know,
And
man.
damn here.
That's awesome. That's
True.
awesome. That's
True.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, I've had to do sales for literally a living. I opened up a magazine when I was came right back from Holland,
Mhm.
and we actually used to distribute 10,000 copies. So at the
Oh.
Fraser Valley, it was me and a bunch of my friends, and I did a large portion of the sales. I hated it. I didn't like. I didn't like.
Were you cold calling?
Yeah, cold calling, everything A to Z back and forth because it's really
Wow.
time consuming. It can be super annoying if you're not getting any results,
Yeah.
right? And it has to be. I think sales really has to be like in your DNA for some people, you know.
Yeah.
And if it's not in your DNA, sometimes you're just not the right person to do it. There's that, or sales has to be something that you have to have a conviction for.
That's true.
If you don't believe in this beer, and you're trying to sell it to other customers, like you don't like the taste of it, hard to sell.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
That's
hard
true.
to sell, you know.
I guess like what you need to do, like building any sales platform or while doing any sales, you have to identify their need.
Yeah,
And if there is a need for it,
yeah,
people's gonna buy it.
100%.
You just have to
Yeah, it's
explain
true.
them that
Yeah.
it's like this advantage is
Yeah.
benefit for you.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
So that's what you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, for the summer, I ran a franchise in college for window cleaning. How I got into there's a program through UFE. It's called, what is it called? Like where you find like careers? I forget
Co-op,
what
co-op.
co-op,
Yeah,
co-op program.
co-op,
So I went on
co-op,
there, I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I should get a different job. You know,
Yeah.
just for try things out. And on there I found one called College for Window Cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read the thing. I sent a cover letter, like giant cover letter. Then I got a response. I got interviewed on the phone. They got interviewed in person,
Yeah.
right? And then I got the job. Basically, what the job entailed was me going to like door to door and knocking on the door. Like you get an area and you knock on the door, and like the first like week, 2 weeks, I was like, this sucks. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so awkward. Then I like sat down, like I made a system. Like every single person, like the biggest thing that I changed was like if they said no, then I'm like, okay, bye. If they were interested, then I continued. That's the
right
first
way to
thing
put it,
that,
right.
that I did. I was getting so many more leads when I did that. Like I would say, hi, how are you? What's going on? Are you interested in services? They said no. I'm like, okay, thank you, bye. Right? If they said they're interested, then I would go deeper in and tell them like what I'm offering, and then maybe to give them a quote and then follow up and get a sale.
It's like
Right?
it's like exactly like prospecting, right? Like you have
100%.
to identify who the right client's gonna be.
Yeah. And
if they're not right,
I took it as like a challenge. Like I would look at a neighborhood, I would go there during the day and I would knock on doors for like 8 hours, 10 hours.
Oh.
And I would just keep walking. I'm like, next door is gonna be a yes,
A
next
lot of
door is
hard
gonna be a-
work, man.
It's fun.
A lot
It
of
was
hard
fun for me.
Really?
It was fun for me because like I would challenge myself. I remember this one person. It said no trespassing, right? The house was giant though. I'm like, this is gonna be a good thing. So I walked in there. I walked past the gate and knocked on the door, and I got like $1,000 house for like 4 hours, make $1,000 because I no one else would have done that, right?
Yeah.
No trespassing. I was like, screw. What's the worst gonna happen, right? It's
Yeah.
not the States. They heck get shot, you know.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
No, I think it's really cool to have a business that we have because there's so many different things that are going on. Like for example, there's sales, there's wine production, there's farm markets, sunflowers that we just talked about. You know, guys like today I had a big conversation with mom, dad, and two of our lead guys, the Mexican guys, about how much they're getting paid in their roles. We talked about all of that. So it's like there's so many things that we do here at Maan Farms that has to do with like all these other businesses which just do that one thing, right?
That's right.
So like when people are saying, because I think it's one of my biggest like annoyances of the company, but it's just me being more, I have to be more patient and understanding. There's so much that's going on that it's like, why are you like people? I know that people think about this, but why are you guys taking on so much when one thing's not even done? But it's like you have to build the airplane as you're flying it if you want to do all these different things. Like for example, we just put new shipping containers out there by the cold storage because we need more space. But I know we need to still work on the house for the guys and make it more beautiful. We have the grapes to prune. We have the strawberries to prune. We have strawberries to plant, and all these things that are happening in regards to the farm that needs resources to do. So it's like, Amir, why are you creating a new project? It's because of the Khalsa needs space, and Gaurav has to bring wine, the berries in, and we need space for the berries because the room's already been taken up, and the only way space to get room is to take Khalsa stuff and put it into the shipping containers. Now we'll have room to bring the berries in so Gaurav can use them for the wine. So there's all these things that are like happening all at the same time, and it's just something that you kind of have to like be flexible towards this business, and not that many people can handle it because it gets really really annoying.
It's all over the place.
You know what I think? I think you guys are, I'll say it out loud, you guys are opportunists. So you grab opportunity, you work on it, but at the sidelines you see another thing, and okay, we gotta go.
Yeah, no.
So even for the stretch, you guys do it.
Yeah.
And like it's okay. Like you always have to have a lot of things on your plate. That's how you grow.
That's true.
And it's like a really good pace. The pace is always increased, and that's all you need, right?
I think 3 years ago I've had like the realization of like, shit, man, we have to work on less things and work on more on the things that we're doing right now. Like more scalability, less points of parity. Is that how it actually is? So like have a business or have our business quit doing new things and just do more of what we're currently doing. And I think I'm slowly getting to that point. But the thing is that those things that we're currently doing, they have small things within them that are, because those parts of the business are getting bigger, so now they have more things that need to get done within them. So that's fine too. But like, for example, all I work on as a person is the marketing, the farming, and the events, like the big events that are coming forward. I'm pretty sure that's literally all I do. And like I've decided to remove myself from the things that I used to do in the past, such as managing the floor staff inside the farm market. I don't do that anymore. I don't care. I see when the problems are happening, it pisses me right off.
You care, but
I get so bothered. I want to make the change right there and then grab the person and do the training and done with it. But I know by doing that, I'm stepping on someone else's toes, and I'm gonna cause frustrations within the company. So I just don't do it.
But honestly, you have a bigger fish to fry.
That's right.
Yeah, like a CEO won't deal with like small matters, right? Like I'm just saying. Like there's a common joke back in India. So they say if your lights are out from your house, you won't call Anil Ambani, like the one of the most richest person in the air, to fix that, right? He got people doing under it.
Yeah, that's literally how I feel like the business has progressed in my mind. And I think that I do have a lot of realizations as we keep going forward. But so like you have to start to be great. You don't have to be great to start. Like that's a big one.
That's a big
The weddings, it's a big one because I remember nobody wanted to do weddings. I was like, we have to do weddings. We have to do
weddings. Do you remember when we did weddings? We would charge so less.
$700. it's yours.
I lit a fire.
Yeah.
I freaking lit a fire. We were like sitting like by a table. We were sitting like I lit it on the floor.
Yeah.
Everybody's sitting on the couch watching TV, and I was like,
I'm charged 10 grand.
"You guys are idiots."
Yeah.
I literally was like, "You guys are idiots. We're only allowed to do X amount of weddings per year, and you guys are charging this many. How are you expecting to make money?"
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, "You need to charge like 15, 20 grand for weddings, and that's how much we're charging now."
That's true.
Right? That's how much people are willing to pay for these weddings. So, yeah.
Why do you have that thing on, man?
Okay, I'll take the blame for that. I usually box in here like a t-shirt, right? And it's like, it's right where it is, right? It's almost on like the snow thingy. And it's too cool. Then I turn it all the way up, then I forget
You're
it.
fasting and cutting weight at the same time.
My ears are red. I'm overheating. I have to drink more beer now.
See, now you're making excuses.
Yeah, well, you won't drink it either, so I'll drink your share too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll just put it back.
Yeah, anyways.
We can talk about wine club. We are basically thinking to
I
start.
feel like that's one of those things you have to start to be great. You can't be great to start. That's the big thing with the wine club. You know?
Exactly.
It's like Mark Zuckerberg is like, the biggest failure that people make is that they don't want to fail. Like, they're not willing to fail. That's the biggest failure people have, right? So I just want to do it. Like, I want to get it out there. Give me your credit card information to pay me, and I'll deliver.
Yeah.
That's it. Let's start with that, you know?
It starts with a commitment.
100%. So I want to get it done, but they're just like...
So we are still fighting on, like, we are discussing what the exact name should be. Like, what are the two names, like what two classes we're going to go for the wine clubs. Any ideas from your side?
The name of the wine club?
Yeah.
We're
doing like 2 batches. You want to say?
2 what?
So we need a name for the wine club, right? Then we need a name for the packages. So there's 2 packages under the name of the wine club.
Yeah.
Right? We're deciding on the name. Right now we have like Berry Drinkers as like the name of the wine club.
The Berry Drinkers Wine Club.
Berry Drinkers Wine Club, because we make berry wines.
The
There's
types.
2 different options when you sign up for a wine club.
Yeah.
Okay? The first option is you get 6 bottles twice a year,
Yeah.
and you pay an X amount of money, right? You get this many benefits. The second option is you get 12 bottles twice a year. You get more benefits.
What are these benefits for?
What do you mean what are the benefits?
What are the benefits are anyways?
What the benefits are anyways?
Yeah, what are they?
For the first one, there is like, you get a free wine tasting for yourself and 3 people. You get 10% off everything, right? And you get free shipping. It's as simple as that. And the second one is like everything that says, like an invitation to an event, or like an event for you guys.
And there's a wine tour.
Wine
like
tour.
a wine 101.
Like educational wine tour, like wine 101.
You should offer one with all of those at one price. Lowest as possible. It's an equity thing, man. This is an equity thing.
You think so?
I think so. From my perspective, you're trying to get people who just love the wine, right? And just keep purchasing wine over and over again. They think it's such a good deal that when it comes time to charge your credit card again and you have to send out a notification out, they already understand this is an awesome deal. Like, this is like a steal. I don't want anyone to know about this because they're going to sell out or something like that, you know? I think it should be just so value-oriented. Give more, take less. That's just my perspective.
That's kind of how we
a good
started, you know. But then it got.
I understand because more people start putting their freaking 2 cents into it.
Yeah.
It gets retarded. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, we should do this. It's so dumb, dude.
You sound like Scrooge McDuck.
That's literally what happens. These people sit down and they lose track of what the main objective is.
True, it's true.
The main objective is just to sell the wine and to provide really good value. That's it. That's all I see from my perspective of the wine club. Like, if you want to do events and all that, dude, awesome, do it. But for people who like give you that much money or whatever you're gonna charge, let's give it to them, man. And then anybody later on will be like, I don't know, charge more. I don't know, I have no clue. But like, wine club for empathy wine, Gary V, is $50, man. That's so cheap. What is $50 each shipment? I think it is, and you get 3 bottles of wine.
Oh, I understand.
That's so cheap.
I understand.
You need to think like that. This is so cheap that people can't say no. That's how it needs to be. And why do you need to make 6 or 12?
You don't need to, but that's how it's usually structured.
Yeah.
That's
People
what
are used to that?
People are used to
That's
that.
fine then.
people usually
Like the biggest winery that's in the area, they do 12 bottles.
Yeah.
Twice a year. That's all they do.
Yeah.
But our values, like if we compare our wine club with other wine clubs,
Yeah.
what we were trying to do is like build a community,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and our values is like way more than other average wineries. Like they don't give a tour, they don't give offer wine tasting. Like most of them, I'll say 70% of them, they just offer 15% off or free shipping. That's it. There is no exclusive any other things. Or in some wineries, there are like you'll get a priority access to events. But that doesn't cost anything. It's nothing, right? Like they're still selling tickets, so it's not actually value. But what we are trying to achieve is like actually build a community around it, and we're still finalizing on the event. But basically, what we'll do is we'll call all the wine clubs member and have an event for them. Show them like, yeah, this is a good time. This is the experience you're getting out of this.
You know who does in this area who does a wine club and events like that really well? It's Outer Club Liquor Store.
Autograph, that's the one in Autograph, right?
That's the one we have the 30 case display at. They do events every Thursday. Like one of their last events was like do everything around wine glasses. It was like $125, right? And you taste the wine, right, in different glasses, and you realize how much a difference it makes. And then you get a wine. You get the wine glass kit, which is worth $150. So your value, your value is higher, right?
That's
then
right.
what else? What other things to do? They do new releases, right? And what they do is you get to try all the new releases that they have in that liquor store, and then they give you a 10% coupon off those things. Like right after you're able to shop and have that 10% coupon.
That's good.
And then I was talking to, like, I was at a tasting there. I was talking to her, but she was she used to be a travel agent, but now she works for the liquor store. What she was saying, like, I was like, this is like next level. She was like, we're gonna sell tickets to a wine tour in Italy and like France. They're gonna sell these tickets to customers walking in the door, and they're gonna arrange everything, and they're gonna pay for that through a liquor store.
That's great.
Like
that's,
this, we should go talk to them.
That's a great idea.
We should go
and
talk
do
to
you
them.
have an estimate like what they charge for
They
it?
never told me, but it's gonna be like at least like $5,000 probably, right?
How much is the wine club that you want to charge?
It's gonna be the option A was gonna be between $150 and $200. That's just based on the price of wine.
Yeah.
With like discount,
Yeah.
right? And option B is $300 to $400. They're saving pretty much like half a bottle on the first, like, and then pretty much 2 bottles in the second one. Right?
Almost one bottle then one.
Yeah.
Almost
Two
bottle,
bottles in
almost
there.
2 bottles.
Yeah.
Like there's this company, it's called Everything Wine, right? What they advertise is like you get 5% off 12 bottles.
Yeah.
And how they advertise it is like you get 5% off 12 bottles, you get almost 1 bottle for free for buying every 12.
Yeah.
And there's people buying 12 all the time. And like that's nothing.
That's if you think about it, like
It just needs to be the delivery. That's
Exactly.
that's the biggest thing, you know.
So who's your demographic? Your target demographic then?
we already have a list. So like there were around 50 to 60 wine club members that we had earlier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna contact them.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah. Apart from that, we're gonna target like more of like everyone, from all the ones who love wines, who love berry wines in specific, and who wants to be a part of community, have a good time, share. Like rather it be couple, rather it be like bachelors, rather it be like just girls who just wanna have fun or good time.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Something we could do to like get market penetration is like give them like half price on like the first shipment, you know, to get them.
Yeah, just to get them started, right?
them
Get
started.
them in the
It's
funnel.
just like a market penetration, you know,
I don't know,
and
man.
then show them the value. But there might be people that are already ready to buy.
I don't know
Like
if
getting them in the funnel.
I think we should try it first. If it doesn't work, we can relaunch it with something like that, you know.
That's all
There's
true.
no high risk.
What's like the biggest wine clubs in the world?
I'm not sure, but there is an app, Dejare. I don't know how to spell, but it's Dajra. It's an app,
Yeah.
and it delivers you wine from across the world. So you pick a wine from a brand and everything, and they deliver it to you. It's just an app. I was just reading it there for.
That's cool.
That's cool, right? But like that club have the highest number of subscribers. Like they have the highest members in the world. That's great.
So that's probably the biggest thing.
That's it's like not in the monetary time.
Yeah.
Like monetary wise, there are some other big.
What
offshore
wise?
monetary. Like not in monetary.
Monetary.
But like if you're counting members, then
Yeah.
yes.
It's very large, eh?
Yeah.
Alright.
See.
I feel like the wine club is big. It's gonna be a big thing. The wine club and private label, like get those two revenue streams going, it's gonna increase the business by like X.
That's
No.
right.
Go check it out. How are we gonna organize shipping then?
We can tie up with some companies.
How much can it cost? Let's say if one person wants to buy a bottle. If I go there and want to buy a bottle of wine, how much would it cost?
We can like define a minimum thing.
Do you
Like,
know
if
ultimately
order-
what I would want it to be for wine? Ordering wine online. You order your wine, either you get same day shipping or you get shipping next day, 24 hours.
That's it is achievable
Free.
for sure.
Free.
Like, no matter how many bottles.
No
they
matter
buy.
how many bottles you buy. Free. Just like Prime.
Yeah.
That's freaking next level.
Yeah.
That's next level.
I was
That's
watching-
next level. That's exactly what I did for winter, Christmas time. Gaurav and I did
I
it.
know, yeah.
How did you guys make it possible? Like
30-minute
you-
wine delivery.
We're done.
Whoa. 30-minute wine delivery.
30 minutes, buddy.
Yeah.
Like in Abbotsford.
Yeah.
Abbotsford, Langley.
Listen, 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Huh?
It's 30 minutes, right?
That's 30 minutes.
Shortest gap possible. Shortest.
Hype. I was at
Shortest.
I was at a wine tasting in Surrey, right? We got an order in Langley. I left my wine tasting early, just drop off the one bottle. Mix it.
It's commitment. We gotta fulfill the commitment.
It's freaking. Imagine you ordering
Remember we
wine.
got that order like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Imagine, yeah, you did. Imagine you get an order. You're like, man, I want wine today, and I saw an Instagram ad where these guys are doing free wine. And I'm sitting at home. It's like 6:30. I still want a glass of wine. You order. It shows up your house as before 7:00. Imagine, and then you open that wine, you drink it. Like, holy shit, this is insane. People will remember that forever.
Yeah.
That's
What I was thinking, I told Dhruv, is like before like big before like big holidays, like before Canada Day, what we could do is send out an email like the week before to like the higher wine club members and be like, you have free shipping for this 1 week, no matter how many wines you buy, cause for the holiday.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking,
that's smart.
right? It just like blasted that way.
That's smart.
I saw something with Gary Vee. He was saying like he runs a liquor store in
Yeah.
New Jersey, right? For his dad. In like 1997, he put out free delivery for 1 weekend. His freaking sales were so freaking high, right? But the thing is, like, people are now used to it.
No, they weren't used to it. Now they are. They expect it now.
They expect it now.
They expect delivery.
exactly.
Right?
They
They
expect.
expect
That's
it.
what I'm
The
saying. I don't want to
expectations
charge
are higher.
delivery fee, man.
But it has to make sense.
It's. I
It
think
has to make dollars,
the
not
consumer
cents.
also understands, like, if you order a certain amount of quantity, then you're gonna probably pay it.
Only way we can make it sense is if we localize to specific areas for specific time slots, and we have scalability on our side. Because if we're able to localize specific areas, hire specific drivers, and make it scalable and hit the right numbers, then we're scalable. Like if one guy,
Chug.
yeah, all of them are popping for some reason.
No.
For some weird reason, all of them. If we're able to hit the specific numbers, then it offsets the cost of the hiring that delivery driver.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know how to do it. And like when my brother and I used to do it, it was just like Christmas time, and we knew people were gonna drink wine for the holidays, and I'd literally have cases in my truck, right? I'd be sitting in Cactus having a beer with my friends. You get an order, they're still sitting there after 20 minutes. I go drop it off, come back, and finish my beer. And then my parents would be. You were in Langley most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Parents were in Chilliwack one time. They delivered it. Gurleen, I think, even delivered a bottle too. Like, it's dope, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
it was
Some
good.
people order like 6 wines too, man.
Yeah.
It's like $200 sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, hell
No,
yeah.
it's it was definitely like a good marketing thing. I don't know what to say, but like it got people's attention and people were excited about it.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I was telling
No
people,
wonder,
even
right?
like wine tastings, like, oh, we're doing free delivery. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's the reaction it got,
Completely
right?
different.
So when you get that reaction, you know you're doing something well. So
That's true. And that's probably like you always have customers who's coming from Alberta or Victoria
yeah,
just to get like 12 bottles, right?
yeah,
They drive all the way
So-
to here just to get those bottles
That's
because that's what
Yeah.
they love.
Yeah.
And they
that's
buy the
great.
whole year stock in it.
Yeah.
Well, those are the
Sure.
customers you need.
Those are the customers we should value the most.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Alright, guys, thank you for listening to another episode.
Thank you.
Talk
Thank
to you guys
you.
later. Have a
Signing
beautiful day.
out. Bye.
Take care.